The Albert Newell Gallery. Antoine's Cabin. Antoine's Cabin was created after a moose hunting trip that Remington took in Quebec in December 1889. Remington proposed the trip to his friend Julian Ralph, a journalist for the New York Sun, one evening over cigars and wine at the Players Club in Manhattan as a means of escaping the stresses of the city, artistic burnout, and their hectic work schedules. The pair left the city the very next morning to hunt the festive moose, as Remington later described the excursion in a letter to his friend Powhatan Clark. Remington and Ralph traveled through Montreal to Mattawa, Ontario, near North Bay, where they met with Alexander Antoine, a Native American guide. Antoine owned a cabin he used as a hunting camp. It was described in Antoine's Moose Yard, the short story subsequently written by Ralph, as constructed of huge logs and caulked with moss, and as being very picturesque and substantial. In the middle of the cabin, a large earthen bank served as a fireplace with a large opening overhead, serving as the chimney. Remington, the not-so-subtly disguised artist in Ralph's story, took the rigors of this frigid camping and hunting experience in stride, whereas for the writer, the narrator of the tale, the rough travel and deep cold were trying to his nerves. After days of waiting for fresh snowfall to cover the crust on the snow, which cracked under each footstep and alarmed every animal within a half mile, the trio finally got its moose. The head of that moose now hangs over the entryway between the galleries. Unique to this painting is Remington's self-portrait. The artist has painted himself wearing his capot, a long wool coat with a hood, and his knitted toque, two of the elements comprising the attire of the Canadian North Woods in winter. Those familiar with Remington's look and build will tend to notice that this tall, lean figure doesn't bear much resemblance to the ruddy, muscular figure the real Remington cut. Antoine's Cabin, also known as Cabin in the Woods, is, as a northern scene, a sharp departure from the West that Remington's editors and the public wanted most, but his outdoors articles and illustrations all tended to gain currency with the American reading public.